A short story of Great Scotland. Scotland's story begins over 10,000 years ago, when the first hunter-gatherers arrived in the area that we now know as Scotland. These early people lived off the land and the sea, and left behind evidence of their existence in the form of stone tools and ancient settlements. Over time, Scotland became home to a number of different tribes and clans, each with their own language, customs, and traditions. The Picts, who were known for their distinctive tattoos and artwork, were one of the earliest groups to settle in Scotland. They were followed by the Scots, who came from Ireland and established the Kingdom of Dal Riada in the west of Scotland in the 6th century. In the 9th century, the Vikings began raiding Scotland's shores, and eventually established their own settlements in the north and west of the country. This period of Viking influence left a lasting mark on Scottish culture, with many place names and traditions still reflecting the Norse influence. In the 11th century, Scotland was united under the rule of King Malcolm III, who married the English Princess Margaret, and introduced a number of reforms that helped to establish Scotland as a prosperous and powerful kingdom. However, Scotland's relationship with England was often fraught, and the two countries engaged in numerous wars over the centuries that followed. One of the most famous of these conflicts was the Wars of Scottish Independence, which were fought in the late 13th and early 14th centuries. These wars saw the Scottish hero William Wallace lead a rebellion against English rule, and eventually culminated in the Scottish victory at the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314. In the centuries that followed, Scotland continued to develop as a nation, with a rich culture of art, literature, and music emerging. The Scottish Enlightenment of the 18th century saw Scotland become a hub of intellectual and scientific activity, and many of the greatest minds of the time hailed from Scotland, including philosopher David Hume and economist Adam Smith. Despite its cultural and intellectual achievements, Scotland remained politically tied to England for many centuries, with the two countries forming a single kingdom in 1707. However, in recent years, there has been growing support for Scottish independence, with many Scots calling for a return to full sovereignty. The future of Scotland remains uncertain, but its rich history and culture will continue to shape its identity for generations to come. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, thumbs up, share and subscribing to our channel for more content like this.